The air in Canovanas, Puerto Rico, during the hot, humid spring of 1995 was thick with the scent of damp earth and tropical rain. For generations, farmers in this lush, mountainous region knew the nighttime rhythms by heart. The rhythmic chorus of coqui frogs, the rustle of palm fronds in the trade winds, and the occasional bark of a stray dog. But in the early hours of March 1995, an unprecedented, terrifying silence blanketed the countryside. When suburban farmer Madeline Tolentino stepped out to check her yard, she didn't find stray dogs or wild cats. She found 8 of her goats lying motionless on the grass. There were no signs of a brutal struggle, no torn flesh, and no splatters of blood on the dirt. Instead, each animal bore 2 clean, surgical-like puncture wounds on their necks. Their bodies had been completely drained of blood. Within weeks, dozens of similar reports flooded local police stations across the island. Chickens, sheep, cows and pets were found drained dry in locked pens. The locals gave the unseen phantom a name that would soon reverberate across the globe: El Chupacabra, the goat sucker. As panic gripped Puerto Rico, eyewitness descriptions began to emerge, forming a terrifying portrait of a creature unlike anything known to science. The original, classic vision of the Chupacabra was alien and grotesque. Eyewitnesses described a bipedal creature standing roughly 3 to 4 feet tall. It walked with a distinct hopping gait, much like a kangaroo, and possessed large glowing red eyes that seemed to emit their own hypnotic light. Its skin was dark grey and scaly, resembling that of a reptile, and running down its back was a row of sharp, flexible spikes or feathers that shimmered in the dark. Most alarming were its limbs. Its hands ended in long, razor-sharp claws, and its mouth concealed pronounced, needle-like fangs. According to early witnesses, the Chupacabra did not devour flesh like a wolf or jaguar. It used its hollow fangs to drain every drop of blood from its prey, leaving behind cold, pristine husks. By late 1995, media coverage reached a fever pitch. Comedians joked about it on late-night television, news anchors reported on local curfews, and scientists scrambled to offer rational explanations. Yet, as the months wore on, the phenomenon could no longer be contained to a single island. In the early 2000s, the Chupacabra made a dramatic leap from the Caribbean to the arid ranches of northern Mexico and the American Southwest, particularly Texas. However, as the creature traveled thousands of miles across geographic borders, its physical shape underwent a striking metamorphosis. Gone was the hopping, spiked reptile alien with glowing red eyes. In its place emerged a 4-legged, canine-like beast. Ranches from San Antonio to Cuero reported sightings of strange, hairless predators prowling cattle pastures under the cover of night. In 2004, a Texan rancher named Phyllis Canyon discovered a strange animal on her property after losing several chickens. The carcass was hairless, with pale, leathery, blue-gray skin, extraordinarily sharp teeth, and elongated hind legs. It looked less like a mythical alien and more like a creature straight out of a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Canyon preserved the head of the creature, and photos of the Cuero Chupacabra swept across global news outlets, to the local livestock owners losing their livelihoods. This bear-skinned demon was the exact same Chupacabra that had terrified Puerto Rico a decade prior. As terror turned into scientific curiosity, researchers and biologists took a closer look at the evidence gathered from encounters across North and South America. DNA analysis of carcasses like the one found in Cuero, Texas, provided a clear, definitive answer for the hairless canine Chupacabra. Tests revealed that these creatures were actually coyotes, domestic dogs, or red foxes suffering from an extreme case of sarcoptic mange. Mange is a severe skin infection caused by parasitic mites. It causes infected animals to lose all their fur, leaving leathery, wrinkled skin. The disease weakens the animal, causes their skin to pull back tightly around their gums, giving them a terrifying, fanged snarl, and makes it impossible for them to hunt fast wild prey like deer. Desperate and starving, these mangy coyotes turn to easy domestic targets, livestock in pens and coops, giving rise to the legend of the vampire beast. But what about the original spiked hopping Chupacabra of Puerto Rico? In 2010, author and investigator Benjamin Radford published a comprehensive study on the origin of the island legend. He traced the very first detailed description back to Madeline Tolentino in 1995. Radford noted that just weeks before Tolentino claimed to see the bipedal, alien-like beast, the Hollywood science fiction horror movie Species had premiered in Puerto Rico. The creature design in Species an alien-human hybrid with back spikes and red glowing eyes, matched Tolentino's description almost feature for feature. Through the power of collective hysteria and intense media coverage, that fictional image had transformed into a real-world urban legend in the minds of a frightened populace. Despite scientific explanations, the Chupacabra remains one of the most famous cryptids in modern folklore. The first monster born not in ancient folklore oral traditions, but in the modern age of 24-hour news and the internet. Whether viewed as a mangy coyote struggling to survive, a cultural manifestation of fear during economic stress, or an ancient unseen predator stalking the night, the Chupacabra has taken its rightful place alongside Bigfoot and the Mothman in the pantheon of modern myth. Whenever a door creaks on a lonely ranch or a shadow darts past a moonlit tree line, rural communities are still reminded of the blood-sucking phantom of the